Hi guys, welcome back to Talking Blue. Unfortunately, Matt couldn't make this video, but we wanted to get some new content out. Obviously, haven't posted in a while, but we're happy we hit over 50K views, and we're back for prospect evaluation. Me and Matt both had a fun night, both attended the Giants draft party, and today we want to break down some of those picks. So first, we're going to go cornerback, the first round. We traded up one pick to get him, Deonte Banks, Maryland, a very talented guy. I took notes on him. 38 tackles, 1 int. He's a really solid tackler. He struggled a bit with getting in the right spots, but overall a good tackler. And, he's aggressive, a really aggressive corner, which fits well in Wink Martindale's system. You'll most likely see him on the outside. He's a little bit bigger than usual, a similar build to what you'd say Sauce Gardner or one of those guys. So he's pretty talented and exciting to see him. That was a big pick. Obviously, we need defensive back depth, so he'll supply that. Next, we're going to have Minnesota center, John Michael Schmitz. Another big guy, but more importantly, he's a great scheme fit. Obviously, we needed another center, and this guy provides the kind of depth that we need. So a little bit on him. He was really the main thing is great technique and teamwork. He's a great run blocker as well. Overall, his pass blocking, he still has to work on, but he's one of those guys that could take over the offensive line and lead them. As a rookie, that's what he's looking to do. A great character on and off the field, and he should be able to take up that starting role this year. Obviously, J.C. Hassenauer is the other backup as we signed him from the Steelers, but Minnesota John Michael Schmitz most likely will be a starter. He was first-round talent, got him as a steal in the second round. And this is one of my favorite picks, third round, Tennessee, Jalen Hyatt. He's one of the best in the business. He's done it his whole career, Alabama. Just look at these stats: 207 receiving yards and 5 touchdowns against Alabama. I'm a Crimson Tide fan, but it was embarrassing. But I had him on my eye since then, and I was thinking first round talent, but he fell all the way up to the third round. We had to trade up, and it was definitely well worth it. He's one of the best receivers in the draft. And, he lacks size, only 6 feet, but, he could put on weight, get bigger. And, what's really good about him, he had a 1,000-yard season, 1,200 yards, 15 touchdowns, but he's played in a very competitive system, and a lot of guys in the SEC have. And you see Brian Dable likes that, former coach, offensive coordinator, Alabama. So it's always good to have some SEC guys, some guys that played in big football games as Tennessee did this year, and he was really talented. And as the Giants look forward, they look to be playing in big football games as well. So you want guys that know how to handle the pressure. Next, we had no fourth-round pick, and this is another one of my favorites. Fifth round, Eric Gray, running back. Very underrated guy. If you didn't look at his stats, had over 1,300 yards. And the big thing about him, I think one of the main reasons he fell, he's not the biggest, only 5'9.5", but he transferred multiple times, so there's a questionable on that. And he had this issue that he couldn't have home run. So you watch a lot of his stats, he'll get caught a lot. But he is he's a 3-down running back, and that's one of his strengths. He could play 3 downs at running back. He could block, he could catch, and he could run. And unfortunately, that home run isn't there, but he could be a starting running back. And I see him as a 1-2 punch. Saquon Barkley's going to get tired. Matt Breida is a good running back, but he's not going to get the job done. This guy could be talented if you groom him the right way. He'll learn from Saquon. He can make moves like Saquon. He just has to work on that home run hitting, that extra acceleration at the end. Read off some of his stats. 1,366 yards. That's pretty good. 11 touchdowns, and on the receiving side, 229 yards. So a very good year by Eric Gray. One of the most underrated guys. Getting him in the 5th round, he's a gem. He's a snag. Look for him in the starting roster next year. Next, 6th round, Trey Hawkins III, Old Dominion. This guy, he's young to this whole football thing. He lacks experience, and his coverage has improved. But he's not the best in coverage. He's very good at. He has good size, very good speed. He's very fast. He's an athlete. Should be exciting to see him out there. Some of his stats: 57 tackles, 2 forced fumbles, 2 interceptions. He's very aggressive, likes to use his hands, fits well in Wink Martindale's system. Next, we're going to have Jordan Riley, Oregon, defensive tackle. Another good depth. Obviously, I wanted to
very often this year, rising pass tipped up.
Alabama defensive tackle. 1 year, $8 million. So we'll be seeing him a lot. We have Nacho, we have Leonard. We have Dex, but there's always good depth, and he is good depth. So, you know, he's not the best. He's not really a pass rusher, but he's been very good in his career at run stopping, and he can make an NFL career if he succeeds on run stopping. So he'll definitely be fun to have on the team. And then last pick of the draft, the 7th round, Houston, Jordavius Owens. Another talented guy. He was a safety. He had 2 forced fumbles, 74 tackles, 1 int. Not much on him. Good depth behind Dane Belton and all those other guys. Another young guy, but you know what? Someone gets hurt, he's the next man up, and you know we will be excited to see him on the field as well. So we had so far 2 at this point in time, 2 undrafted free agents. I'll take you through them right now. So quarterback Tommy DeVito. He's from Illinois. He won a state championship in right near where me and Matthew live, Don Bosco. He lost in a bowl game. He went 8-5, had 6 rushing touchdowns, 2650 passing yards, 15 touchdowns, 4 interceptions. So pretty solid stats. Good depth behind Tyrod Daniel Jones, another Jersey kid back in Jersey. Last, Deontay Johnson, Toledo linebacker, 108 tackles, 3 sacks. This guy's pretty good. He's one of he was ranked the best undrafted free agent signing. He's pretty good. He'll play more of an edge rather than a middle linebacker, but he can play a lot of positions. He'll definitely be interesting to have. So I think that's really it. That's all of our prospects. We mentioned A'Shawn Robinson. This was another great job by Joe Schoen. You know, I'd say the first 4 picks are going to be guys that are going to be on the field. A lot of the other ones are going to be depth, but you never know because last year showed it. You know, you had corners that you've never heard of them, and they were making plays like. So that's where you gotta see. These guys are obviously talented guys. They got drafted by the New York Giants, and they're going to be looking to make plays, and you know they'll be getting their chance. This is important, and I was just hoping to inform everyone on some of these picks because you definitely will be see some of these players. My favorite draft pick, I'm going to have to go Jalen Hyatt. Big Alabama fan, but I can't deny how good he is, and I'll be excited to see him and Danny. One last quick update. This was later in the day.
They throw it left side, and it's going to be caught. Touchdown, Bryce Ford.
He's going to have 675 yards, 7 touchdowns last year with West Virginia. But it makes sense. It's a head stretch. We didn't get
Bryce Ford in the plus territory stays alive.
50-50 ball specialist. This kid's exciting. This kid could definitely find himself on the field. Another adding to the big collection of Giants receivers. Go Big Blue. That's all I got.